Hello, Earth Signs, and welcome to your Daily Focus Tarot. So we have King of Wands, happy Monday, happy Samhain, happy Halloween. So we have King of Wands and Eight of Cups. Now the King of Wands, this talks about being a visionary leader and leading from deep within yourself because you have that knowledge of who you are on a core level. And so you're able to take that passion and that knowledge, you're able to put it into action, and it gives you strength as a leader. And the clarification is the Four of Swords, which is a card of contemplation, of meditation, rest, relaxation while you're thinking about something. And what are you thinking about? You're thinking about this vision that you have for your life and overcoming the things that have held you down. You see this devil here, and he's kind of small in between the two rocks in the distance. You see him there being highlighted by the sun, and he's kind of fading. And you're contemplating, how do I get rid of these chains that are binding me? How do I get to have this better life, this transformation? And you're leading yourself out of that place of bondage and into a happier, brighter future. The other card that came out for you was the Eight of Cups, and the Eight of Cups, this sometimes talks about a calling to a higher spiritual journey. It can also talk about moving towards a goal and moving towards it in a way that's kind of accelerated, but it's also a little more difficult than it could be otherwise, right? You're choosing to take the more difficult path, the higher road, to get there quicker because that's what you want. Now the clarifiers, Four of Cups, this talks about a stagnancy and a daydreaming, a period where you weren't really doing much with this passion, with this healing. You were just kind of thinking about it, and now you're actually getting ready to take action with this Eight of Cups, right? So I asked for why you were just daydreaming, and we got three cards. We got Three of Swords, Star, and the Prince of Pentacles. Now the Prince of Pentacles, he's the slowest moving one, but he is also the steadiest knight. He is the steadiest prince in the deck, and he is moving forward. He's very shielding himself, but not really on the offensive. He doesn't need to be on the offensive. You can see because he's got his sword kind of lackadaisically sitting at a weird angle with his wrist behind him and off to the side. I don't think anybody would ever carry a sword like that in real life, but hopefully not. So he's kind of defending himself, but he's also just, he's not really on the offensive, and he's not really gung-ho about it. He's just steadily moving forwards, and you're steadily moving forwards towards this wish come true, towards this dream, this healing with the Star card, towards being in the flow of your life and being in control of your life. And I think the reason that you were a little stagnant and hesitating is this Three of Swords. This can be a card of heartbreak, a card of betrayal, a card of feeling like everybody in the world hates you. But you'll notice that these swords, these thoughts, are leaned up against this tree of knowledge and of growth, of life, this tree of abundance. The heart is solid. It's not broken, right? You might think that it's broken, but it's not. It's very solid. It's very firm here. It's from the earth. It's good. It's bountiful. So this is a card of getting wisdom, getting that knowledge, getting that strength through that heartbreak. The heartbreak didn't ultimately slow you down, the heartbreak did ultimately slow you down, but it didn't stop you. You're still moving forward, and you've gained wisdom from it. And you're going to stop daydreaming on this passion project and find the ability to communicate it and to understand that language and move forward. Now, I thought I would do something a little different today. So I have this, and I drew 2 cards for you before I drew the tarot, and I'll read to you a little bit from the book. A broom or besom can find in any home for sweeping dust and dirt. However, a broom to a witch is more than a simple household tool. It holds a special significance and sweeps more than dust and dirt away. Brooms are often used to sweep away negative energy in a similar way to Native Americans burning white sage. Negative energy. And this also in a way, because it's focused on the daydreaming and not the action. And I just saw that's like a body in there, and the head of that's like a minotaur. Okay. Brooms are often used as a way to sweep negative energy. It sweeps away both physical and invisible energies that have crept in from the outside world. This clearing of energy contributes to your well-being. Clearing out the old and dusty makes space for the new. Sweeping out negative energy raises your vibration and therefore your strength. You are being guided to do some cleaning. Some things surrounding your current situation have been neglected. You need to clear out this dust from the past. This card can also mean clearing your aura. It's important to do regular purification rituals to keep your aura nice and tidy. This message is amplified if you have also pulled out the Athame card, which we didn't. The more you clear out the old, the more you make room for new energies to come into your life, removing things both physical or metaphorical from your life, metaphysically from your life, such as mementos from past relationships, or giving away things that remind you of old situations helps with that process of clearing. The other card that I drew for you was Voices, number 42. It says, voices surround us, but we have to listen carefully. The powers speak to us in so many different ways, encouraging us as we travel along our path. There is a voice that can be found in plants, animals, color, shapes, winds, and rain. There are clues offering us guidance and encouragement as we make our way back to the true self. Spirit speaks to us in symbols, signs, faint sounds, and subtle cues. Our wise ancestors knew this. They knew everything has something to say for those who know how to listen, not just with their ears, but with their entire body, mind, and soul. This card comes to you as a reminder to listen to the guidance offered through your environment. One of the best ways to connect is to go out in nature, ask a question to the wind, and listen for an answer. Perhaps a plant suddenly moves nearby, or something floats on the wind just in front of your face. These are all signs from Spirit to you. Ask your question and wait for the powers that be to answer. Be open-minded about the ways in which an answer can appear. Look for synchronicity or consistent signs that come together to tell a story. Something is a sign if you feel a connection to it, no matter how silly it seems. Trust in your ability to receive the language of Spirit. The powers that be will see this and will offer more to you. And I also have this deck, which is Edward Gorey. It is not a typical deck, either Oracle or Tarot in any way. It basically just has at the bottom of the card the name of the card and then a list of things. So we have the ancestor and the list of things. It says April, hereditary weakness, thrush, loss of money, a false statement, morbid dependency. Well, that does not sound good. Staggering sickness, champerly. I'll see if I can get it to focus on there. Champerty. Don't know what that means. Megrims, paranoia and overdose, imprisonment, unstable furniture. Ooh. Unstable furniture is not good. So, you have that card. Let's see. I don't think anything jumps out at me. And then this one, and this one is the Black Doll, even though there's no name under it. It says, in the words of the old rhyme, what most you fear is coming near. So, perhaps you fear something. It's interesting to have the ancestor one with the voices. That one is quite interesting. Because it could be an ancestor that will help give you advice to get out of this daydreaming. The problem with fear, though, I will say, is that it can control you. Just like having a broken heart can control you, and the things that you own in the material world can control you. The fear can control you, and it can cause you to do stuff that aren't really in your best interest. So be mindful of your fears and face them in a safe but also productive way in terms of how you deal with them. Have a great Monday. Happy Halloween. Happy Samhain. See you tomorrow.